Now that I've landed my first few clients, how can I leverage them in acquiring new clients generally?
And new client meetings.
Well, Logan, what you want to work on is, once again, choosing your battle. So let's say you landed 3 or 4 clients, but you can see that one of the clients, you have a really good relationship with them, you can really help them, and you've already helped them. Don't underestimate the power of the network they have. And sometimes all it takes is just letting them know, being honest. And I remember one of my first clients when I actually moved here. I was in that situation. He was literally my first client. By the time we started and the time I finished the project, I had 2 more clients, but I could see that he had a really good project. And I was honest. I said, listen, you were my first client. I really love what we're doing. I would really appreciate if you like the work I've done, if you could talk to your network. You don't have to, but if you ever meet someone that needs someone that can create a website for them, I would be so happy if you could talk about me. And guess what? He did. I think over the lifetime of that client, over the lifetime of that business relationship, he brought me 4 or 5 clients. And the only reason why we stopped working together is because he sold his business and went on doing something completely different. And he told me, I'm probably going to need you for the new venture. But in the meantime, yeah, he brought me a few clients. So once again, choose your battles. Some customers, they just here because you were there at the right time and they have no connection with you. And it happens. And there's nothing wrong with that. This is life. But some other clients, you never know who they know. And when you help people, they genuinely want to help you. And for them, it's just maybe a call away, maybe just a phone call. But now, to be really practical, some other techniques you could use is, let's say, and I'm assuming a lot of things here. So let's say you build websites, but you're not really good at SEO. And let's say that a year from now, because you've learned a lot and you became much, much better at SEO. Well, something you could do for such a client that you trust, you could try to rank them on one keyword, for example, just on one keyword, and show them, when we started working together, I was not really good at SEO. I was honest with you. But between that time and now, I've upgraded my skills. I think I can really help you. So how about we do this? Let me show you what I've done just on one keyword. They will appreciate the fact that you thought about them, and they could come for recurring revenue, for recurring business. Or if they don't need you, just because they like you and they hear someone that has a business that they're acquainted with, they're going to talk about you. What I've found is that when you work with a business and they trust you, that's the way I feel. I feel that sometimes it's not really that they need an extra service, but they will come and ask you, okay, what can we do next? I've had a customer tell me that, what can we do next? I said, well, you're pretty well ranked and things are going well, but if you ask me what we can do on top of that, maybe you could do video. And I could feel that they were just happy about the service. They wanted to upgrade whatever they had. And it's not like they really needed it, but just because they were so happy with what had been going on, they were ready to spend some money and just trust me. Now, something I also briefly want to talk about is the fact that sometimes you can have a customer and everything works well, but then at one point they stop working with you. And you may feel like, what have I done wrong? But sometimes it's just that maybe financially they're having a hard time. And especially when it's someone that built the business from their hands, and it's tough to go and tell everybody I'm having a hard time. So they might not tell you that. But what they will keep on doing is to give you referrals. So I would really work on that. I think in this day and age, that is the digital age, word of mouth is so powerful and so strong. Everybody's looking the other way. So you need to separate yourself from the pack. If you choose your battles wisely, you're going to put the energy where you need to put it. I don't know if you heard of that law, the Pareto law, about the 20-80 rule or 80-20 rule. Well, I don't know how real that law is, but I'm into that precise percentage. But what I've seen is, yeah, some people will bring you the most revenue and clients, and you don't spend as much energy. You really need to choose your battles once again. You really need to assess quickly, just like on a date. Am I a good fit for that person? Is he or she are they a good fit for me? If they're not, you really need to put your energy elsewhere. And something you should always do also, I mean, that's my advice. And what I'm preaching, I'm living it. You should always try to get better, learn new stuff. Every week I learn new stuff. So if I can give you an example, a practical example, this week, or I think, no, I think it was 3 weeks ago, I started working on a fictional e commerce website. Why? I already know how to build e commerce websites, but I just wanted to have more skills, rechanging all of the pages in WooCommerce, really to a level of customization where I can really do anything I want with the whole website and not be stuck with some of the templates. Now, granted, you can change a lot of things with the theme builders like Elementor or Divi, but I just wanted to go a step further, and I wanted to have a model that I could show potential customers with the top of my game. And by doing that, I'm learning some new skills, some new things, and I think that's really going to make a difference. When you're going to compete with someone else, so let's say a potential lead goes to a customer and says to a one of your competitors and says, "I want a website for this, this, and that," and all that competitor does is they're gonna send a quote and that's it. They're gonna ask a couple of questions and that's it. And then you come in, and because you're always learning, you realize that what they're asking for has some consequences legally. For example, you know what's going on with the laws locally in regards to web design and web development. And if I'm saying that, it's because it happened to me. So I gave a quote for a customer that wanted to do something. It was an e-commerce website, but because of all of the amount of laws that's piling up, what they were asking for was completely illegal. And guess what? Among all the competitors, I was the only one that told them that. So guess who they signed with? Sometimes it's just as simple as that. But also the portfolio, of course, is important. And once again, I'm not saying I'm the best one because, this is really subjective. I'm just saying that, I'm just sharing some of the tips that can help you get the advantage. Maybe they're better than me, those competitors, but I had the edge because I keep on learning constantly. And if you're like me, you get bored when you don't learn. So I think it's good. In our career, web design, web development, I think it's one of the best careers in the world, whether you are a freelance or you work for someone. And I also often say that I think you become old the day you stop learning. So it's definitely going to give you an advantage. And Logan G says, thanks, you become old when you stop learning. I truly believe that. Truly believe that. I see some people who are 30-year-old and they look 50, and I see the opposite. And what I grasp from my observation is that people keep on learning. I don't know. It's like they have more energy. They sometimes they still have that kid soul spirit. That always want to learn more. And I think this is just great. It's like me when there's a new release of Elementor and I'm all excited. It's the weekend and I just want to go and play with the new beta version because, yeah, there's a new great thing and I want to learn.
I think it really helps.